Blues radio show features the best in local and regional blues music. I'll also play any national blues artists who will be performing in our area, and a blues calendar for that weekend is broadcast at 8:30.
And it is 3 minutes past 5. Hi, I'm Tara Bassett. It is Take It From Tara's Waggin Wednesday. We're continuing the excitement of Waggin Wednesday today because I happen to have two guests who have to do with dog issues and dog interests. And we've just enjoyed a wonderful hour with Sarah Daniel. We're going to kick off Nick Pay's beautiful day in the life of my dog before our second guest, who happens to have just gotten married. It was Lindsay Whalen. Now it's Lindsay Howard. And she has pet wants on Frankfurt Avenue.
I wake up 9:30. The sun is shining and I'm feeling fine. I get up ever.
My favorite song in the whole wide world. I love Nick Pay. And I am so glad to have you in the studio with me finally, Lindsay. We've been talking by email for the last few weeks about old-time Christmas on Frankfurt Avenue.
Yes.
And I'm very excited about that. So welcome to Take It From Tara's Waggin Wednesday.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, so glad that you could make it in. You have started a brand new business called Pet Wants. So it's an unusual title, and I want to know how you came up with it.
Well, actually, so Pet Wants started in Cincinnati 6 years ago.
All right.
So they came up with it, and basically it's, know what your pet wants.
Great idea.
So
for those of us who do, it's a good reminder to listen to them.
Exactly. And what they want is fresh, all-natural pet food that's good for them, so which we can provide.
Oh, that's so nice. It's interesting because the boom in business that has come from people loving and wanting their animals to have the best is showing up in billions and billions of dollars.
Absolutely.
I sounded like Carl Sagan. Billions and billions of stars in the universe. Literally, we have a multi-billion-dollar industry in everything that could be associated with animals. And I know that one of the big drives has been to feed animals more appropriate food. And, I'm thinking back to when I was a kid, and I had King, who was my Sheltie Pomeranian with such an enormous name, who was such a small dog. But Kingo, as I like to call him, ate food. He ate what then was called kibble, and it was brand new. It was really, kibble had not been around for a long time.
Right.
And he also ate some of the oats that we threw in the trough for the horses. Mm-hmm. And he ate table scraps, and he lived to 15. And he had a rabies shot. He didn't have all these shots every year.
Right.
It didn't cost us thousands of dollars to keep him healthy during the years. He got a rabies shot. He ate food. He got, 15 years out of life.
Right.
What in the heck has changed?
I think a lot of what has changed is the ingredients that are going into kibble now, dry kibble. These companies are trying to find cheaper ways to make this food so that they can get bigger profits on it. And what they're putting in there is a lot of filler, a lot of junk, sometimes chemicals that are really bad for animals, especially animals that this is what they eat day in, day out, every meal. Whereas humans, we get to mix up our diet. If we eat something that's bad for us one day, we're getting something better the next day. Animals, on the other hand, just aren't getting that.
And I think that hang on a second. The studio phone is ringing. Let's just see if there's anybody on the other end of it, because sometimes the phone rings. I can't even get the phone off the cradle. Hello? No, they're not going to answer me. In a radio station, you see this phone flat. Oh, see,
They're
look.
calling back.
They're calling again. Let's try it one more time. Hello? It's okay. It's okay. Tell me what you're supposed to be here for. Somebody's supposed to be here at 5 o'clock. Supposed to be here at 5 o'clock. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to play a song, and I'm going to talk to you for just a minute. This is going to be a song from Jen Rose. Hang on just a second. We're going to get something straightened out here. Hang on with me for a minute, Lindsay.
Fair
whenever you come around, who's friend or foe. They say a friend in need will be your friend indeed. But when you're down and out, you'll soon find out what they're about. Whenever you wander through fair weather, it always leaves me feeling blue. I was a fool for you this time. I won't be so blind. No, fair weather, you're no friend of mine. Fair weather, please go away. Fair weather, come again some other day. I need to know who's on my side, even when the sun don't shine. Oh, fair weather, you're no friend of mine. I've been a fool for you, but this time I won't be so blind. No, fair weather, you're no friend of mine.
Okay, we got that all straightened out. That was Jen Rose. Here's the deal. This is what happens sometimes in radio. Somebody's planning on trying to be here, and they can't get here. And part of the problem today was there was a massive funeral procession
Right.
for the officer who was struck by the drunk driver and whose funeral was today. So there were a lot of people who couldn't,
Right.
get where they wanted to go. And I appreciate you being a last minute pinch
Yeah,
hitter today
absolutely.
too. We've had several of those in the day because of all the bad traffic that went by. But Stacy, Bailey, and Jay just talked to me on the phone, and she was going to talk to us about The Blood Always Returns by a group called Roots and Wings, and she could not get here. So it's okay. It all worked out. Saturday at 8 o'clock, Sunday at 2:30 are the shows. There will be musicians and poets and dancers and a DJ. And there's a promo code WINGS. And you can get more information, I believe, at the Kentucky Center website, because I think that's where, if I'm not mistaken, that's where it's going to be held, and I'm going to find out and actually confirm that for you. But Roots and Wings, Saturday at 8 p.m., Sunday at 2:30 p.m., and it's a $10 ticket, so you can use that promo code WINGS to be able to get that too. Contact the Kentucky Center for the Arts for more information, and Roots and Wings sounds like a great way to spend your Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Thank you so much for calling us, Stacy. And November 5th and November 6th. So I was right. It's at the KCA, and you can find more information at kentuckycenter.org website. We're back now talking with Lindsay Whalen Howard. Are you going to go by all three names or just by Lindsay Howard?
Probably just Lindsay Howard. I haven't gotten the official name change yet.
And maybe
There's
you
a
won't.
lot that goes
Maybe
into
you
that.
won't get the official name change. Depends on how he behaves. So Lindsay has Pet Wants, which is a great store right here on Frankfort Avenue. And as I was saying before, we promote local musicians only, local and regional musicians, and we love to promote our local businesses because you guys do a lot for us too. I mean, we do live broadcasts on the Avenue, for all the different events, and this one's going to be a really special one, the Old Time Christmas. Let's talk about that for just a few minutes. Your role and the role of Barkstown Road on Frankfort Avenue and the dog walk.
Yeah. So my role is I actually serve on the board for Frankfort Avenue Business Association, and I kind of fell into, I guess, chairing Old Time Christmas this year.
Nothing like falling into that, is there?
But it's been great. The people who ran it last year have been a lot of help, directing me where I need to be and what I need to do. But the dog walk has been a part of Old Time Christmas. And this year we are going to start it at Barkstown Road. They're going to do a pet costume contest to start. Then we're going to have the walk. They're going to walk. It's about a half mile, I think, down to my store. All downhill, so easy walk.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just going to say, too. And then afterwards, you have to go back up the hill.
Well, yeah, true. And then we'll actually have Santa at our store to take
Oh, I love
pictures with
that.
pets. We're working on getting some rescues involved, hopefully, to bring in some adoptables, and it'll just be a great event. And then we've all the old time Christmas stuff that goes on all day long too, along Frankfort Avenue.
Yeah, it's all decorated, and they're starting to think about putting the decorations up already, I'm sure.
Oh,
Since
yeah.
we had Halloween stuff out, somewhere in August, we will probably have the Christmas decorations up very early. But the cool thing about Christmas on Frankfort Avenue is that everybody gets out and walks anyway. And so you don't necessarily have to have a dog to participate in the walking. You can just join in the fun. And I always MC the event, and so I will also be I'm just guessing this now, Kathy may say no, but we have broadcast this before. And it's always fun to do a live broadcast. Somebody's in the studio. I've got the cell phone with the microphone attached to it, which is all we need anymore, and interviewing people along the route and doing that walk. And it's going to be really fun because the two pet stores are working cooperatively instead of against each other, which is always good. And the beginning of the walk is going to be with Kim at Barkstown Road on Frankfort Avenue. It's going to end with Lindsay at Pet Wants. And there will be special festivities. There will be prizes for the winners of the costume.
Goodie bags. Great stuff.
Yeah, you guys are going to have coffee,
Right.
warm stuff to drink, probably some snacks that are not just for the dogs.
If it's cold that day, I don't know. If this 80 degrees continues, we may not need coffee.
I hope it's cold. I hope it's even got a flake or two of snow.
Right.
It
For
will
old time Christmas, it needs to be.
That would be nice. It has to look like
cold.
Dickensian, You want to have a little top hat and a little
You have
snow
to be in
falling.
the mood.
You do. But all the stores on Frankfort Avenue are also open, and many of them are offering, special treats and drinks and hot apple cider and more adult beverages at many of the places. And oftentimes there are sales going on and special prices on many of the things that we want. So starting in the concept of Pet Wants, and you said it started in Cincinnati a couple of years ago. So you can buy a franchise, I'm assuming.
Right.
All right,
And
so that's what you guys
they
did.
Yeah, they started last year.
Yeah.
I've actually been a customer of theirs for over 3 years. I have 2 miniature pinchers now, but before it was
Aw.
just the one. And you talk about dogs with little dogs with big names.
Yes.
He's Tyson, and he was named after Mike Tyson. He
How
was an
cute.
ear biter when he was a puppy.
Oh, no. That's appropriate.
Exactly. So, but he developed chronic pancreatitis.
Oh.
And the vet put him on low-fat prescription food and all this. And I happened to come across Pet Once in Cincinnati one day when I was up there and talked to them. They gave me all the nutritional information to show it to my vet, make sure that it was going to be okay, wasn't going to cause issues.
Yeah.
They signed off on it, and he's been on it ever since. He's done wonderful. He's off all of his medication.
Awesome.
He looks fantastic. He's 8 years old, and people look at him, and they're like, he looks like a puppy. I'm like, well.
Well, that's fantastic. I love that. And what about the other dog?
So Mercy, we actually are in the process of adopting. We've been doing foster to adopt with her through True Heart Pinscher Rescue. And we think she's about 3.
Yeah.
We don't really know. We don't have a whole lot of background information on her, but she is sort of a puppy in a way because we think she's just now learning to be a dog, that she never really had that opportunity.
Oh.
So she's funny to watch sometimes. She's about as uncoordinated as I am, which is a running joke in
Not
our house.
good, huh?
But we've put her on the food. We actually ended up doing a grain-free for her just because she seemed to have a little bit of hair loss and stuff, and we just really
Right.
wanted to boost her system.
Right.
And she is doing very, very well. Her coat has softened up quite a bit.
Aw.
She's shiny and she's healthy, and I think she's happy most of the time. She'd be happier if Tyson would play with her, but he's kind of an old grumpy man and doesn't have any interest in her.
Oh gosh. Well, you know what? It's just nice to hear that your dogs have benefited from the nutritional foods. And I was talking to another guest a couple of weeks ago who is, a self-proclaimed aficionado, but I would call her an expert. And you can't call a lot of people expert on anything. An expert on dog food and the things that animals need to eat. And she was describing the kinds of filler and the stuff that comes off basically the bottom of the dog food processing plant,
right,
which is disgusting when you stop to think about it. And these are the things that we're feeding our animals.
Exactly.
And it's no wonder that they're not like King. They're not living 15 years with absolutely no health problems. And only a rabies shot every year. Right. The other thing I was thinking, too, is that there have to be some environmental components.
I mean, I think there are. And, we talk about all the vaccines and all the things that they get, and it's great.
Yeah.
But, one of the things that we focus on, too, is, making our own flea and tick spray at our store that we sell instead of, using the Frontline or using any of those other, topical or internal brands.
Right.
There have been a lot of issues with those. People have reported, their dogs having neurological issues or health issues after using them.
Interesting.
So we try and go towards that all natural route and try and give as much as we can to treat animals, holistically, naturally, so to speak.
So what's in a spray that you would use to treat for fleas and ticks?
So the main ingredients are apple cider vinegar.
Really?
And then we also use essential oils that are perfectly safe for them. If they lick it off, it's not going to hurt them either.
Yes.
So we use a blend of essential oils in those, and we get rave reviews from people. I mean, I use it on myself against mosquitoes too. But
now that's a clever idea instead of spraying some of the chemicals on your own skin too.
But yeah, people they love it. They said their dogs don't have the ticks anymore when they go out for walks.
Wow,
and it's been great. So, and the number of people that come into the store looking for a natural flea and tick solution kind of blew me away.
Really? Well, I can imagine why, because the stuff stinks. The dogs don't like to have it applied.
Well, and I know
mine don't anyway.
Yeah, when I used to use it, I hate it. If I got it on my hands, I wash my hands immediately. And it's like, well, but I'm putting this on my dog.
Yeah, isn't that funny? Well, it does have that nasty smell and that nasty feeling.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. Apple cider vinegar is a good start. And so you mix that with the essential oils?
Yeah. We create a spray. The essential oils, it helps kind of dilute them too, because they can be, skin can be sensitive to essential oils.
Of course.
Humans too.
Yeah.
So we use I think olive oil, and we use all kinds of good stuff in there.
Wow, if somebody ever broke into your kitchen,
right,
found this out.
Well, people see it. We actually do it at the store, and we've got a counter in the back, and people kind of and they're like, "What are you making back there?" And I'm like, "Well, because we do balms too, so we melt things down to create these."
That would be BALMS.
Yes.
Yeah.
BALMS balms.
It could be misinterpreted as something else that you just said, but they do balms, BALMS, at this wonderful store. It's called Pet Wants, and it is on Frankfurt Avenue. And they're going to be a big part of the excitement of Old Time Christmas on Frankfurt Avenue. Let's play a little song, take a break here. Pork Pie James, Wipe the Tears. On Take It From Tara's Waggin Wednesday. It's a big, long 2-hour edition today on Crescent Hill Radio. And tonight I'll be back at 7 with Small Time Napoleon. More on that coming back up.
Lord, Lord, yeah.